Some suggest, that the slapdowns simply continue for the former royal known as Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex. Many others, of course, might suggest, well, you've brought it all on yourself. I mean, as I've often said here on the show, I find it incredible the wonderful opportunity that you had, a wonderful opening if for a budding actress, a struggling actress that really was on her uppers by the time she got into the royal family, and you've managed to turn this to dust. It's simply incredible. I mean, when you look at it as a sort of benchmark and say, how could you get it continually wrong? Well, this literally would be the marker, wouldn't it? Every single time. Now, I don't know about you, but one of the problems that Meghan has, and this is a big, serious issue for her, is being taken seriously by the elite, as it were, If you remember, all thanks to the British monarchy, she managed to get herself inserted as the very first royal guest editor on the British version of Vogue, alongside her then chum, Edward Enninful. But of course, even that she managed to make a Horlicks of, simply because she decided not to include the most famous woman in the world for Forces for Change, Her Majesty the Queen. So you can understand. But now this, as ever, let me explain. Hi, good to see you today. We'll have a lovely wave. I hope you're all keeping well, whatever you're doing. Fine and dandy and all that sort of stuff. Absolutely. I'm not so bad. Yeah, it's a bit chilly now, but we'll get over it, you know what I mean? Yes, I braved it without the thermals. Don't mind sharing that with you. You think it's not so bad, then you realise it is bad and you've got to be careful, haven't you? Just because it looks sunny, don't get thinking, yes, we're still in January, it's not working, is it? Now, somebody who's feeling the frost is none other than Meghan Markle. Now, you may have seen this report a couple of days ago. Apparently, Victoria Beckham is thawing with the idea of reconnecting back with the former royal. This is, of course, a friendship that went quite well until both Meghan and Harry accused the Beckhams of apparently leaking the stories to the media about them. Yes, I think you need to get a mirror for that one, Meghan. Obviously, the only people leaking stories to the media were you. But that's by the by. Now, where it gets really interesting is, as I've told you before, Meghan was desperate to get some kind of designer deal, whether it be Asprey, Cartier, Dior, all that sort of stuff. And I also pointed out that the only people that they were interested really in giving the deal to was the husband, the Duke of Sussex, you understand. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting, because obviously, what she's been told to do is send out that personal overture via the media. Like, look, I'm ready to talk if you are. Two women can do the rights and the wrongs, the worlds, because in the document, in the piece, he says that actually it's only, Harry and David that are really struggling to reconcile, given the fact that David is an ambassador to His Majesty the King. Not quite true. But here's the sort of, shall we say, response back from Victoria Beckham. And here it is in all of its glory. There you see the First Lady alongside the President of the United States, Melania Trump, visiting, of course, the LA devastation of the fires. And she's wearing Victoria Beckham sunglasses. Not only that, we're going to see more and more of Victoria Beckham's designs on the First Lady. And so if you thought that this was a one-off and this was just something that you could repatch up when you decided, Meghan, well, clearly not. Now she's reached literally the highest level of office, because if you're dressing the First Lady, then you literally do go down in history. So yesterday's news of being a minor duchess, when you had it all, as I said at the start of the video, well, truly, it's now your own problem. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.